Which of these was invented? Which of these best describe? Which of these film epics was made first? Which of these is a horse race? A loss adjuster works in what? Which of the songs from The Wizard of Oz won? What is measured on the Gay-Lussac scale? Which of these words? What 3D Which of these is a fake? If something is napiform, it is. Which of these is not a prime? Which of these instruments is not from the string? The comedy TV series. What fruit is most associated? Richard Arkwright was a leading. Sound is measured in which of these? What is Marge Simpson's full first name? Which of these fruits has the? Which famous singer has a daughter? Which team has had most success? What are ankle grazers? Which of these is a type of windmill? The Road to Films starred Bob Hope. How many pounds are there in a? Which of these names is D? Which of these singers is the youngest? Which of these is the name? Table tea and soup. Which of these is not a? Which of these words means What term is used for a person who voluntarily gives blood? Phloem bundles are typically found on what fruit? What position appears in rugby union but not rugby league? What position appears in rugby union but not rugby league? Which country has the shortest coastline in the world? What does the B represent in the radio acronym DAB? What would you be doing if you were remonstrating? What does a planimeter measure? Scott, Igor and Kitty were the pets of which TV family? Where was Queen Elizabeth II when she died in 2000? What is the name of Washington, D.C.'s American football team? What type of structure does a philologist study? Whippets most closely resemble what larger breed of dog? What day of the week is named after the Norse god Thor? Bulgaria is on the eastern part of what peninsula? Way Down in the Hole is the title music to what TV series? To what city did the artist El Greco move in 1570? Which animal appears on the flag of California? What common name is given to the Oenotherabenus plant? Gary, Indiana is the hometown of which musical family? Gary, Indiana is the home. What sci-fi film saga was set in a galaxy far, far? How many teams compete against each other in the NFL? What type of confection are pastillas de nata? Which writer was the leading pamphleteer for William III? On average, the koala sleeps up to how many hours a day? Which singer married Sam Asghari in summer 2000? What international football team did George Best play for? John Lithgow provides whose voice in the film Shrek?